I am reporter Jung-ah. Today, I am going to learn about asset allocation. Hello, Dr. Happy. It's great to have you back. Could you explain the best way to manage assets?
Here is a simple guide on how to allocate assets based on different economic situations. First, high growth, high inflation. Second, low growth, high inflation. Third, high growth, low inflation. Fourth, low growth, low inflation. We can use China's economic growth from 2005 to 2008 as an example. This situation is very common in rapidly growing countries. In this situation, the best assets to hold are raw materials and stocks. You should avoid bonds. During this period, it is likely an economic boom. People earn more money and spend more. Because spending increases, companies produce more and hire more people. This leads to higher wages, creating a positive cycle. On the other hand, when the money supply increases, the value of money decreases. This makes bonds, which have fixed interest rates, less popular. This happens because your money is losing value faster than the interest you earn from the bonds. Let's learn about low growth and high inflation. The oil crisis of the 1970s is a good example to keep in mind. In this situation, it is best to invest in gold and raw materials. Bonds and stocks are not good choices. During the 1970s oil crisis, raw material prices jumped high. This naturally caused company growth to slow down. Production costs rise, so companies pass these higher costs on to customers by raising prices. As a result, people will cut back on spending, and businesses will make less profit. Bonds are not a good choice either. You might think you are earning 8% interest, but if prices are rising by 20% each year, you are actually losing 12% of your value. Because of this, bonds lose their appeal. When the economy is growing fast, but prices remain stable, stocks are a great investment. Meanwhile, raw materials and gold don't do as well, but bonds become a good option. Since prices are stable, the central bank doesn't need to keep interest rates high. With low interest rates, it is easier for companies to get money, which creates a good environment for them to invest. This creates a positive cycle. Investments lead to more jobs, and more jobs lead to more spending. Also, since prices aren't rising, the central bank doesn't need to raise interest rates. This is a period of low growth and low inflation. It typically occurs after a major financial crisis. Japan between 1990 and 2012 is a classic example. Bonds are a good investment, while stocks and raw materials are not. Economic growth has stalled, so even when money is pumped into the economy, it doesn't circulate. This is what Japan experienced in the 1990s. With low interest rates, there is plenty of cash available. Since prices are not rising, companies cannot make a profit. People stop spending, which leads to less investment, fewer jobs, and even less consumption. This causes the economy to lose its energy. The economy loses its energy. As prices fall, the steady interest you earn from bonds becomes very valuable. But always remember, the economy is like a living thing that is always changing. Recently, even during periods of low growth and low inflation, stocks have sometimes risen. Because people expected the Fed to cut interest rates to boost the economy. However, it's good to understand the general idea of which assets perform well during these economic changes.
Thank you. I've learned valuable information from Happy Consultant again today. We also covered how to allocate assets for different sectors. Bye!